So what types of fasting are there? Well, when you look at scripture, you see all different styles of fasting, food or water and things like that. And mostly that is the only thing that you see them actually fast is food or water. And that would largely be because there really wasn't a whole lot else they could fast and do. They didn't have the same entertainment industry that we have. They didn't have all the different distractions in life that we have. I mean, most of people's lives during the day and time in the first century was simply that, to find food and to get those things. That was the sustaining nature of everything they did: food, shelter, the very basics. And so, of course, when you're looking at trying to create space in your natural life for physical or spiritual things rather, then you of course are going to gravitate to the things that take up the majority of your time. In a modern day today, it's kind of a little different, where we have, yes, food fasts and things like that are very important, but we have all these other things. We have all these other distractions. We have all these other pieces of our natural life. And even in Matthew chapter 6, verse 25, Jesus is speaking, and he's speaking to Pharisees and disciples and the multitude. And he says, "Do you not know that life is more than meat?" And what he's saying there, life is more than meat. He's not just saying like life is more than just eating food, even though I know in our modern day we got foodies that are all obsessed with food and how it tastes and this and that and the other. But he says it's not all about the food, not about the eating. Well, he's actually saying is it's not all about the physical things. The word meat there in the actual Greek is not just meat like meat in your flesh. It is meat like the natural order of things, meat like the things that sustain you in this natural world. This is Jesus again pointing us straight to this idea that we are spirit with a body, not a body with a spirit, not just a body, not just a spirit. We have these two parts that have to work cohesively together, and how it's supposed to be is that the spirit is at your core. That is the thing that drives you and grows you, and then the natural body submits itself to that. And he is talking to his disciples and Pharisees, and he is saying there that life is beyond this simple life that you see in front of you. There is a spiritual nature underneath and behind all of this that we are supposed to be doing. And so the types of fasting that we have at our disposal are just like they did in the ancient days. We just have more things to pick from. So what we have is not just food fasting and liquid fastings of that nature, but we also have habit fasting and entertainment and luxury fasting, where we can actually take these things that are in our lives, remove them, and replace them with something spiritual, with things like all of our social medias that we have, and removing these things with things like video and things like even comfort of AC. There's all different types of things you can choose to remove to speak to you about what you can replace in that spiritual aspect. And so as far as types of fasting goes, there's a multiplicity of them. In this journey, we're going to be focusing on both between the habit and mental fasting, as well as the physical types of fasting with food and water and so on as well.